Okay, it's taping. Okay, this is my fourth time trying to tape this and trying to get the darkness out of here, and I apologize. We're going to have to go with this. This is a new computer. My room has very poor lighting, and I apologize. So anyway, how's everyone? Uh, yes, I have not done a video in a long, long time. No excuses. But anyway, um, I'm getting back into the swings of everything again. I have been stitching. I have been watching Floss Tube. Lots of new Floss tubers, and it's great. So let's just get started. I'm just going to start with what I'm working on right now and a couple finishes. One second, sorry. Sorry. All of a sudden my mouth was dry. And a giveaway that I won. The giveaway that I won was from Daniela Stitcherista. I won 2017 Christmas ornaments and this cute needle minder. Thank you, Daniela. I appreciate that. It arrived pretty quick, too. Okay, finishes. I'm just going to show you two finishes. Well, they're not quite finishes. Well, yeah, there. This has to be framed, and this one is from the 2017 Just Cross Stitch Halloween edition, and it says a witch and her little monsters live here with one handsome devil. It was it's on 14 count Ada, and I dyed it purple with a little black, and I know you can't really see it. Turned out really nice. And I noticed because I have the 2016, there's another one that's something like this, and I think every year I'm going to do it. What can I say? I did switch some colors in this from my stash. I live in a small town, so if I need any special threads, um, I have to order it in, and I don't know what's going on with my sound. Let me just turn that off. Sorry. Yes, so that's that. What was I going to say? When I was doing this up, I was in the mood for one project. I was working on one project at a time. I switched back. I switched all of a sudden. One week I want to do start all these projects, and then, oh, I'm never going to finish them. I want one at a time because I watched lots of them. I think I want to finish this. I want to have this finished, and then I stop, and then I work on one project. So anyway, whatever makes me happy, right? That's the idea. So that's that. Then Nora Corbett, Xena, yep. Bewixing Pixels by Nora Corbett. I worked on her. I started the beading. I almost finished this, and I just have to do her champagne glass. Here it is. Very pretty. I love this, and I actually got another one. Jessie Marie's working on it. I think it's Gwen, I think. And there's the beading at the top. Yeah, I really like this. It is on 14 count Ada. I don't know the material. I should ask the girl who I purchased this from. I purchased on one of these on a Facebook group, and I really like it. It's a light brown. I know you can't tell from the thing. Um, yeah, I like it, and yeah. So I just gotta finish her up. This is her beading and some back stitching. So that's that. So that's my finishes, or so-called finishes. And you'll hear a lot of this. I use these large bags. Now that's my finishes. Next is my whips. Now, most of them are gifts for people, and the idea is I want to have most of them done by next June 30th. There's a couple ones that are full coverages. I don't think I'll finish them in time. Yeah. Okay, so the first one is not a gift. It's for me. I joined the Full Coverage Frantics group, cross stitch group, and they're going to have a challenge start in 2018. You got to do 1,200 stitches a month, and if you do it for 12 months, you get, or I guess, some prize or a pattern. And the Queen of Starts is actually going to also give some needle minders away, which is very nice of her. It is the Great Wave off Canagua, if I'm saying that right. It is from Oracle Originals on eBay. I bought a couple patterns from her. I bought this because I've seen someone do a wave and I wanted it. Now the sky, and I know you can't see it, it is like a beige, but when you're stitching it, I can't believe the amount of pinks in this. So here it is, where I started. I'm leaving it now because and it's on 28 count linen that you get this from Michael's again. Yes, and it has some parking, and that I'm going to be eliminating that. I don't like parking at all. And again, the tape, that would never be, that's the last time of it. Now, but way I started it, it's going to be right at the edge, so I may leave that tape there. But it's a start for me. It's a project for me, sorry. And that's a needle minder I made myself. It's a Chinese coin. Get it in there yet. It's for me. So there's that. But here is the pinks and blues from it. And when you get the pattern is in big print, and you get these cards, and they're already got the symbols that she uses. Because I'm doing another one, Christmas one that has the same cards, but it's the same symbols. So yeah, I couldn't believe the amount of pinks to make the sky. Anyway, but I'm always amazed at what colors it takes to finish a project. I can't believe it. You'll look at something and you won't believe the colors that make up that project. This is another gift. I just started it. It is Frozen from Do Not Stitch on Etsy. And again, I apologize for the lighting. There's that. I'm doing it 1/1 on monocle, 28 count monocle. So here's my start. Or is that the back? No, that's the start. That's about 600, 700, 8 stitches. Yeah, it's really tiny. I wanted to see if it was faster, which I find it is faster, and less threads and all that, or less material, because it's hard for me. I have to purchase stuff online because there's 2 or 3 big projects I want to start, and I have to figure out where I'm going to get the material and stuff like that. The next one is for me. It's a restart. It is Mirabia October Opal Fairy, and I don't have a picture, and there goes everything. Here's the bead patch and all this. I bought hand dye fabric from a lady on Etsy. Now, one of her shops is new, and that's her. It's called Hand Dye Fabric by Rolanda. She's not new to hand dyeing. She is in Canada. Where's the start? There's the start. Small start. But and I apologize because you really can't see it. All right, can I get it up closer or not? Okay, there it is. Yeah. And it is that rainbow stuff. I don't recall it. Danielle loves it. Silk braid, whatever. Anyway, petite braid. And it has some, and I did put some acrylic in, and I didn't have a problem with that. But the problem with the fabric, and I'll just show it to you, very pretty. When I got it, of course, when you get it, you want to start stitching. She sprayed it with fabric softener. And so I started stitching. Within half an hour, I had such a bad headache, I had to put it down. I went out and I said to my husband, like, I got this headache, and he said he could smell it, and it was all over me. So I stuck this outside for a couple days. You can still smell it. But I also got an eye infection that when I went to the eye doctor, he gave me some eye drops, and he just figured I touched it or something. But it was pretty strong. Yeah, so that was that, and I haven't really stitched from on it since then. But I will buy fabrics from her again. It's just she knows now not to put that on, because that was really overbearing for me. So anyway, that's that start. The next one, and this is a gift. It's called Dogs Welcome. There's that. Now this is a restart, and again, sorry, it was on hand-dye fabric, and I think it's the lighting in this room. I have a hard time seeing. So here's a restart, and you can call me old-fashioned. I just like stitching on white. There it is. And yeah, there's a lot of loose ends, and I gotta stop doing that because it just drives me nuts when I go back to it. So there's that. It's not a very big project, but there's a lot of variegated threads in that, or you combine a couple colors. But I was a little upset with the pattern. No, you won't be able to see it, but anyway, it's the way it's printed. It's printed very cheaply, and I was not happy with that. You know, some of these patterns now, there's one here that I spent $21 on, and it was and I bitched about it before. It is poorly printed. When you have $21, you spend $21 on a pattern, I expect it to be on better printed paper, or to have I guess the end matched in the next page. And it's hard, and I think that's where I made it a couple errors too, is I had to tape the pictures together to start it, and I just gave up on it. So there's that. Sorry, I just dropped some bunch of stuff. Here is this Christmas one, and it's from that Oregon Originals on eBay. This is black and white. There's that. I don't really like it, but I'm gonna finish it. I guess it'll be my Christmas piece. It is on 14 count opalescent Aida, and I know you can't see the sparkles in it because of the stupid lighting in this room, but here it is. It's a little bit of confetti. You know, there's some solids, but then there's, you know, around this thing, it's confetti, but, you know, we'll see. I'm not really liking it. I try to do 50, 60 stitches a day on it. Because what I do, I have this large bag where my projects are stored, and I ask my husband to go and pick one out every night, and that's the one I work on. And I also try to do this Christmas one. So that's that. Then sorry, I grabbed everything. This one is a picture of a Saint Bernard, and as I was preparing for this, I was looking for the picture that I would have printed out, but I couldn't find it. So I mean, it must be on my old computer, or I called it a certain name. I believe I've printed all the pattern out. If I don't, I'll have to. It's off that free pattern that you can make on the internet. If not, I'll have to redo it. But it's only a small start, and it's a lot of blacks and browns there. And again, I'm doing it on 1/1, and it's 28 monocle. Yeah, excuse me. And it went very fast, so we'll see if I can. I'll look for the pattern, and if I can always regenerate. It's a small start, so I'm okay with that. The next one, again, sorry. That's not very nice of me, and I apologize. Just everything dropped. Okay. You've seen this before. This is a restart, and like I was a fair bit done on this, but I was off, and it was driving me nuts. And I guess when I was frogging, I ripped the material, so I just put it away. So I've now restarted it on 28 monocle, 2/2. Again, I unfortunately can't see the colors in this. I found out there's an error in the pattern, because at the ends, some of them, and this is like a geometric pattern. You know, you can stitch one page and the next page is the same. But here was 7, here was 6, here was 7, and here was 6. A couple of these stitches here, and the next color you made up the difference. Okay, and it wasn't It's not even. That's where I was making the error. And I found that, and I started this in the middle. So that's why and it was just driving me nuts. Like I can count. Like we all can count. And it was just driving me nuts. So I figured that out. So, and I have to say it looks better on monocle. And I'm doing things on a hoop now, not on hand, by hand. I do like stitching by hand, but I find my stitches are neater. Okay. And I don't like the Q snap. That thing just drives me nuts. Maybe mine is really thick and I hate it. And I don't have a lap stand. Maybe that's my next purchase will be. Yeah, so I do find my stitching much better when I do it on hoop. And if the project's big, I'll put it on a little hoop. This one is almost done. This is the believe. A lot of back stitching in this. I just have to on the B and the E. The first E is some little motifs or the vines, the leaf vines and all that. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of back stitching should be condemned. Back stitching should be condemned. That's all I'm going to say. But it does bring out the picture on you. And sorry, my last picture is this, and I really have no. Sorry, there is two more. Is this one? It is Toes one. And where am I? It's very pretty, and this is a gift. I had to frog some of the weight. I didn't realize there was 4 weights, and I was just putting them all together. And when you went to stitch it, you could tell. And unfortunately, you can't. Stupid lighting in here, and the camera is the opposite. Right is the left, and left is the right. So there's this start. Is just that part, but there's a lot of white. Sorry, there's a lot of white in here, but this is full confetti, like 3 pinks. So that's that. And my last start is another gift. There's a fundraiser for St. Bernard fundraiser for some St. Bernards, and she was bidding on this cup that had dog bones and all that, and I really wanted it, and I asked her if I could pay her for it. She didn't want any money. She sent it to me, which was very nice of her. So I decided to do this because she always posts this. Now you can't tell it's different blues, and it's the friends we meet along the way that help us appreciate the journey. And again, I used that free program, and we're on it. And here's my start. I just had to get threads because there's 50 million. There's about 15 blues in this. So that's the start, and I start in the middle. I'm starting in the middle, and I like it. And it's on 14 count Ada that I just hand dyed, and it's got a little bit of yellow. I do like it. So that is it. So that's my goals, is to have most of this done by June the 30th. I think I can. But you know, in the meantime, I'll do a couple little ones just for a change up. Yeah, and that's it. That's all my cross stitching. I don't buy. I've been actually buying some fabric. I bought a bunch of 28 monocle, 28 count monocle. I bought a big, huge thing of black Ada that I want to do. I'll have to show it to you next time. It's a huge stitch. It's not a full coverage, but I have to figure out what color of thread I want. It's like one color. Like it's huge. And my goals after the doing these gifts, I want to do a couple mirabilias, and then I'm just going to go on to smalls and large. Like I have 2 or 3 large ones I want to do. I have a couple Heaven and Earths that I started and I haven't gotten back to them. Yeah. I'm not really buying too many patterns because I want to finish. I don't want to have a big stash. You know, there's so many new patterns come out. You want to stitch them all, you can't. I realize that. You know, I, I'm not going to buy the patterns just to have them, say I have them. I want to stitch them, so I've kind of been good. Um, I'm going to try and dye some of my own floss for some of these little projects. Just for fun. See how it is. Buy some white Ada. Now that I know that there's 4 whites. So other than that, that's it. I hope you have a great stitching day. And I will see you next time. And I'll see you on Floss Tube. Thank you.